Good afternoon. What I completed, we have completed continuity. So today we are going to see what is differentiability. After continuity only we can start differentiability. Before starting differentiability, I just would like to know, you must have heard in 11th slope or gradient. What is the slope of 2 points? What is the slope of 2 points? Suppose I am taking 2 points on x and y axis. This point is a, x1, y1. This is b, x2, y2. Right? If I connect here, this is x1, 0. This is 0, y1. This point is x2, 0. This is 0, y2. If I extend it, it makes an angle theta. If I join it, this also makes theta. So what is gradient? It is the angle made by a line with respect to positive direction of x-axis in the form of tan theta, which is known as slope as well. What is the slope of AB? Slope of AB is equals to, that is your tan theta. What is tan theta? Perpendicular by base. This triangle I am considering. That is your BC by AC. BC is y2 minus y1. This value is y2 minus y1. This length is x2 minus x1. AC length is x2 minus x1. This length is y2 minus y1. So this is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. So what I got here? Tan theta equals to y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. That is change in y coordinate by change in x coordinate. Change in y coordinate by change in x coordinate. Fine. Change in y coordinate. In which is from class 9 onwards, you have got this one, change in displacement, change of acceleration, rate of change of velocity. So many things. So rate of change that already you have got of. So this is y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. Which can be written as del y by del x. What is that del? Del is a small change between two coordinates. Thus the del is the difference. Del stands for the difference here. Del y. So if I apply limit here, limit del x tends to 0, that becomes dy by dx. That means easily we can see that from slope we got dy by dx. Already in class 11 we have studied find the derivative of a function y with respect to x. We are finding dy by dx. That means the word differentiability, practically we will see, that is differentiation is going to come out of it. Differentiation means that is the relation between two variables. Relationship between two variables. So, literally we can see that slope is equal to y2 minus x2 minus x1, which is dy by dx. That already people know. Then comes use what is differentiability. This dy by dx, what we have written, that is derivative. Now, a function fx can take a real valued function. The word real valued means the outcome is real, a real number. It is not infinite. It is not indeterminate form. A function, a real valued function, fx is defined in open interval a to b such that there exists a point C belongs to open interval a to b. A function, a relative function fx is defined ab such that there exists a point C belongs to ab is differentiable if limit extends to C fx minus fc by x minus c equals to the test. If I tell you by heart the formula or learn this, what you'll understand from here? Mostly people do it. That's why people never understand mathematics. You need to understand what is the meaning of it. Once you understand, inside is it. A real valued function is defined in open that means it is defined inside a curve defined in between the points A and B, such that there is a point C lies between A and B. And at this point the function is differentiable. The word differentiable means again I will come back to tangent. If limit extends to C, fx minus fc by x minus c delta c. The word limit, look at this carefully. In 11th onwards we have studied limit. In class 12 also we have done some, in continuity sum we have done some limits questions also, means while we are solving the continuity questions. So whenever the word limit comes, left hand must be equals to right hand. Left hand limits must be equals to right hand limit. Okay? So limit extends to C minus fx. Limit extends to, if this limit exists, that equals to dash, this is up the point. Limit extends to C minus is equals to limit extends to 0 f C minus h minus hc by C minus h minus c. So calculate it for derivative. Limit extends to 0 f of C minus h minus hc by minus h. This is known as left hand derivative. Left hand derivative. See, left hand derivative. Now let's go to limit extends to C plus, because we know that if the limit exists, right hand limit must be equals to left hand limit. We have calculated the left hand limit. So let's go to right hand limit. C plus fx minus xc by x minus c. Limit extends to 0. fc plus h minus fc by c plus h minus c. For calculated, limit extends to 0. fc plus h minus fc by h. You see, a dash c. Now this becomes r dash c. This becomes r dash c. And this value is now f of c minus h minus fc by minus h, and right hand limit fc plus h by fc minus. That means these two must be equal. That means f dash c is equals to r dash c is equals to this value. It is known as, if it is true, then it is known to be differentiable. Okay, the literal meaning I am coming. What is the meaning of it? What is the meaning of differentiability? Through curve I will explain it. Write it down. Consider this point as A. This point is x equals to A, and this function is y equals to fx. This point will be, this point A will be A comma fx. You can see at this point the function is defined. At this point the function is defined. Defined means there is no hole on the graph at that particular point. That means the left hand side, the right hand side both exist. Let us consider another point B here. X equals to A plus. This point will be A base of A minus, left hand side A minus, FA minus. Alright? Take another point here, C. This is A plus, FA plus. This is equals to A plus. Now, I would like to draw a tangent here. The word tangent means, just now I minus only tan theta. That means if I draw a tangent over here, and then I would like to draw if the slope at the point A, the slope of at the point A, but what we have just written now, left hand derivative is equal to Fi minus Fi by Fc minus H minus Fc by minus H. That means we are getting the slope of these 2 points. What is the necessity of finding the slope of these 2 points? Why we are finding the slope of these 2 points? That means this is the neighborhood point. When B approaches the point A, when B approaches the point A, what do you mean by that? This is the point A, this is the point B. Suppose this point B is the chord now. Suppose this point comes here, now this is the chord here. This point B comes here, this is the chord here. This point B comes here, this is the chord. This point B comes here. Now find the tangent. That is almost equal to at this point when this B approaches to A. The tangent what I am going to draw at the point A and this point are almost equal. That means the point B approaches A means when that value, this is so nearby point that the slope of this 2 point line, these 2 points, the slope of these 2 points will be equal to the slope of the tangent at this point. Slope of the tangent at this point. That means when it is possible, if the point is A, this is A minus. A minus, you know that how much difference is there? If A is 2, A minus will be 1.9999. So that smaller value. That means in the graph it looks far, but you can see when B approaches A, almost reaches over here. So when a curve I am taking, this is the point A. When this is A minus, you can see this is almost a straight line. So I can draw the tangent here, the same tangent will be here. That means the tangent at this point and the tangent at this point both are equal. Similarly, C will approach to A. C is here, C will come here, and draw a chord, and draw a chord. That means slowly you will find out that it becomes a straight line and which is equal to the tangent at the point A. So that is why in the books we will find out B approaches A and C approaches A. That means we like to approaches A means I like to find out the slope of AB. Slope of AB. Slope of AB is equals to what? What is the slope of AB? y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. y2 minus y1 by x2 minus x1. If A minus f by A minus A. When I replace A minus here, I must write down limit s tends to 0 if A minus h minus f by A minus h minus f. Limit s tends to 0 if A minus h minus f by minus h. What is the slope of AB? When B approaches A, that's the slope of AB. Correct? Which is known as left hand derivative. Right? Then go to slope of AC. That means C is approaching A. C point is already written here. C point A plus FA plus is equals to FA plus minus FA by A plus minus A. Alright? That becomes now if A plus H minus FA by A plus H minus A, limit extends to 0. Limit extends to 0. A cancelled out. What it gives you now? Limit extends to 0. A plus H minus FA by H. That means when slope of AB is equals to slope of AC, I can say that the function is differential. That means C approaches to A, that becomes the tangent at the point A, and tangent at the point B. When B approaches it, the tangent when B approaches A, and when C approaches it, the same tangent at the point A. That means left hand derivative is equals to right hand derivative. R is limit extends to 0 if A plus H minus FA by H. If it is differentiable, then f dash A is equals to r f dash a is equals to limit x tends to a fx minus fa by x minus beta, and which is equals to f dash of a. Fine. The small theory is coming up. The functions which are differentiable is continuous. What I told? The functions which are differentiable are continuous, but the reverse may not be true. Once more I am repeating. The functions which are differentiable are continuous, but the reverse may not be true. It is clearly visible that when I am finding a left dash a, I am finding f a minus h, which is known as left-hand derivative. Which is known as left-hand derivative. Yes, sir. Left-hand limit. Sorry. Which is known as left-hand limit. And while calculating right-hand derivative, I am calculating right-hand limit. That means if left-hand limit and right-hand limit both exist, then only the function is going to be. You can calculate the evaluate the function. The function is defined. So that for that particular purpose, easily I can tell that all the differential functions are continuous, because in differentiability I am calculating a minus a plus at the point, and all these three are equal means they are continuous, and all these three are I am calculating, then only the differentiability comes. Okay, let's go to a question now. Show that modulus functions are continuous but not differentiable. Modulus functions are continuous but not differentiable. So you pick any modulus function. Mod x you can take. Mod of sin x also you can take. Sin x, cos x, exponential again. Sin x, cos x, exponential functions are continuous as well as differentiable. Sometimes in between you will do it. And polynomials are also. But modulus functions, they are continuous but not differentiable. Let us consider a function fx is equals to modulus x minus 4. Whenever we write down modulus x minus 4, we must know the basic condition of it. X minus 4, x is less than 4, x minus 4, x is greater than or equal to 4. That means when I go to the number line, this is the 4 point. This side it is x minus 4, and this side it is minus x minus 4. Whenever you are solving a modulus question, though you are confident about it, but still then you use number line. Minimize your mistakes. We will go for continuity. What is continuity? Checking at the point 4, LHS. Limit x tends to 4 minus. I will go for this one. Replace 4 minus h. Limit x tends to 0. 4 minus h minus 4 outside minus. 4 cancels out. Limit h tends to 0. 4 minus h minus 4 outside minus. 4 cancels out plus h. Answer is 0 because this tends to 0. Right hand limit or at the point. RHS. Limit x tends to 4 plus fx. Replace 4 plus h minus 4. At the point also directly replace 4. Will replace here only 4 minus 4. 0. All three are equal and it is continuous. So the modulus function is continuous. Then we will go for differentiability. We will go for differentiability. Let's start with the differentiability. If it is differentiable, then left hand derivative. The point is 4. A f dash 4. Limit s tends to 0. A4 minus h minus a4 by minus h. You must know the formula. A minus h f by minus h. R f dash 4. Limit s tends to 0. A4 plus h minus f of 4 by h. The function is already in front of you. 4 minus h means less than 4 value. Just replace the value here. 4 minus h minus 4. Here you replace 4 minus h minus 4 minus f of 4 equal sign. F of 4 means equal sign. Replace it here 0 by minus h. Calculate it. 4 cancels out. Plus h by minus h minus 1. What do you want? Minus 1. Okay, let's calculate this one. 4 plus h. 4 plus h means this value. Limit s tends to 0. 4 plus h minus 4. Replace it here. Minus f of 4. Again replace it here. 4 minus 4 0. By h. Cancel out h by h 1. They are not equal. L dash 4 is not equal to R dash 4. Hence it is not differentiable. Alright. So we'll go to a little bit bigger question modulus, but generally comes in the board examination. Alright? Okay, fine. Let's consider another question. Modulus x minus 1, modulus x minus 3. Okay, there are two modulus. X minus 1, x minus 1, x is greater than equals to 1, minus x minus 1, x is less than 1. Mod x minus 3, x minus 3, x is greater than equal to 3, minus x minus 3, x is less than 3. Go to number line. This is 1, this is 3. Infinity, minus infinity, infinity. This side, x minus 3, why I am writing? Because the written here, x is greater than equal to 3, close interval. Open interval this side, minus x minus 3. Why I am practicing? Why I am telling you to practice this one? Because this particular question will come many places. This will come in bounded area. This will come in integration. So you must have the idea, the number line. If you don't have this idea, then it is very difficult to solve this kind of question. The complication on maybe 2 modulus, 3 modulus, in sine and comes cos comes. You must have the idea about the number line. Then comes here 1. Right hand side, x minus 1 minus x minus 1. That means the number line is divided into 3 parts now. The number line is divided into 3 particular parts. First one, second one, third one. I hope you people are knowing. I am generating a function here. Fx is equals to the first one. X is less than 1. Second one, x is less than 3, greater than equals to 1. In modulus, at finite points, the function greater than sign equal will be there. Greater than equal will be there. Only less than will be there. Then x is less than infinity, greater than equals to 3, greater than minus infinity. Now I have divided the function. I am starting here. The first term minus 1 to infinity. This one. You can see this is negative. This one is also negative. Instead of it negative, this is not negative. Extreme left hand side all negative. The partition value. 1 is the partition value for x minus 1. This is the smallest value. Its left hand side all negative. This is negative. This is replace this. Write both the values in the form of negative. X minus 1 minus x minus 3. Next interval 1 to 3. 1 to 3 here you can see that this is positive, but in the same interval in between this is negative. Right? Third one now, this is extreme right hand side. Extreme left hand side all modulus negative. Extreme right hand side of the partition value all are positive. You can see this is positive and this is also x minus 1 is also positive. X minus 1 starts from here positive, so in this also is positive. So x minus 1, x minus 2. X is less than infinity, greater than or equals to 3. Now the function is met. Minus 2x plus 4. X is less than 1, greater than minus infinity. Minus 2, x is less than 3, greater than or equals to 1. Alright? And third one, 2x minus 4, x is less than infinity, greater than or equals to 3. Now from here I will start continuity. Now you can see this is a question of interval. You have to check the continuity at an interval. So I hope you can write it down by pausing the video. So I am deleting it. Continuity first I will check because I have to show that it is continuous but not differentiable. So what are the points? The points are 1 and 3. Checking at 1. LHS. LHS single condition. Limit x tends to 1 minus fx. Limit x tends to 0. Minus 2 into 1 minus h plus 4. Minus 2 into 1 minus h plus 4. H tends to 0. That gives you 2. That gives you 2. Alright? At the point. This calculation is plus 2. Then at the point. Or RHS. Whichever you take, the same value. X is greater than or equals to 1. Limit x tends to 1. Fx is equals to 2. RHS also you take. The value is 2. LHS, the value is 2. So both are equal, hence it is continuous at x equals to 1. It is continuous at x equals to 1. Let's consider the continuity at 3 now. LHS. X is equals to 3. Checking out. X is equals to 3. Alright? Left hand limit, LHS. Limit x tends to 3 minus fx. Direct limit is 2. Nothing, no calculation. No variable left. Alright? Then RHS. Limit x tends to 3 plus. Or directly can replace 3 also. Equal sign. Alright? That's your limit s tends to 0. 2 into 3 plus h minus 4. S tends to 0, 2. They are also equal. So, at the point 1 it is continuous, at the point 3 is continuous. Hence the function is continuous. The function is continuous. We will go for differentiability. At which point I check the differentiability? I check one and you will do one of your own. Let's check. I am checking at the point 1. So A let us 1. Limit x tends to 0 if 1 minus h minus f of 1 by minus h. 1 minus h means straight you have generated the function, easily you can see that what I am doing. 1 minus means this part I will go for. Limit s tends to 0. Minus 2 into 1 minus h plus 4. Replace x by 1 minus h plus 4. Because this is the function f1. f1 is already 2. Minus 2 by minus h. Limit s tends to 0. Minus 2 minus 4 plus 4 cancels out. 2h by minus h. Minus 2. Sorry, 2. Minus 2. So I got minus 2 left hand derivative. Let's go to right hand derivative. Same point, because I am checking at the point 1 as well as 3. 1 I will do and 3 you will do. R plus 1. Limit s tends to 0. f1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. f1 plus h. 1 plus h. No calculation. 2. Because there is no need of calculation. It's 2. Minus f of 1. Again it is 2. Numerator 0, 2 minus 2. Denominator h. 0 by 0. Indeterminate form. What it is yours? 0 by 0. Indeterminate form. Left hand derivative I got minus 2. Right hand derivative I got 0. They are not equal, hence it is not differentiable. A dash 1 is not equal to R dash 1, not differentiable. Rx is equals to 1. Similarly, you can calculate for 3. Okay? Let's go for the question now. Only check the differentiability. Only check the differentiability. So what is the point? 3 is the only point here. No issue. Straight away write down L dash 3. Limit s tends to 0. That means L dash 3 means I am calculating the slope left hand side. And then I calculate the slope of the right hand side. If both are equal, then differentiable. Otherwise, I cannot draw the tangent. That means there is a hole in the graph. Or the value, what I am trying to get, the curve may be continuous. Curve is not continuous. Limit s tends to 0. L dash 3. f3 minus h minus f of 3 by minus h. Limit s tends to 0. 3 minus h. 12 into 3 minus h minus 13. 3 minus I substitute here and f3 also I substitute here. f3 is equals to 36 minus 13 by minus h. Why 36 minus 13? Because x is equal to 3 equal sign is here. 36 minus 13. And 3 minus h, here only I substitute 3 minus h minus 13. Limit s tends to 0. What I told you, denominator is having h, never replace s tends to 0. If it is not there, directly replace s tends to 0. As h is there, so calculation. 36 minus 13, 23. 23 cancels out. Minus 12h by minus h. Here. Alright, left hand derivative I got 12. Let's calculate right hand derivative. R dash 3. Limit s tends to 0. f3 plus h minus of f3 by h. Plus h here. Limit s tends to 0. 2 into 3 plus h whole square plus 5. Wherever x is there, replace it by 3 plus h. Minus f of 3. f3 already I calculated. That's your 23. f3 I calculated here. f3 here 23 by h. Now you have to expand it. Limit s tends to 0. I cannot replace s tends to 0 because denominator h is there. 2 into 9 plus h square plus 6h plus minus 18. 18 cancels out. Limit s tends to 0. 2h square plus 12h by h. take common and cancel h first, then replace remaining value 0. So I'll get limit h tends to 0, 2h square minus 12h, h is common, 2h plus 12, 2h plus 12, h tends to 0, 12 is the answer. So left hand derivative is equals to right hand derivative. A left dash 3 is equals to r f dash 3 is equals to 12, and that is the value of f dash 3. Write down here. Just before some time I told you the functions which are differentiable are continuous. Sometimes question will be given to you, you have to find out some unknown values. For example, the question will be like this: if the function is differentiable at x equals to 1, find the values of a and b. If it is differentiable at x is equals to 1, find a and b. Practically, if you look at the question, when the question is given to us differentiability, suppose if I solve directly differentiability, the point is 1, I will get a left hand condition from here, I will get a right hand condition from the question. If I equate them, one equation only I get. That means only one equation I will get related to a and b. Then I cannot get the value of a and b. So that means as the functions which are differentiable are continuous, so first I will go back to continuity. From there I will get a condition. So I write down, as the functions are differentiable, as the function is differentiable, hence it is continuous at x equals to 1. It is continuous at x equals to 1. So LHS, limit x tends to 1 minus fx. Either I can go for LHS or I can go for equal sign as well. I can write down limit x tends to 1 fx. Directly replace here. 1 plus 3 plus a plus 4. The same way I get here as well, because they are the overlapping conditions here. Limit x tends to 0, 1 minus h whole square, 3 into 1 minus h plus 7. Denominator no h, replace 0, I get a plus 4. So both are equal. Right hand limit, addition, limit x tends to 1 plus fx, replace it here, limit x tends to 0, b into 1 plus h plus 2, replace h will be 0, b plus 2, that means the first equation I got. This value must be equal to this. So I got a condition here, a plus 4 is equals to b plus 2, or a minus b is equals to minus 2. As it is continuous at x equals to 1, when I am solving left hand limit, right hand limit at the point, left hand limit and at the point both are the same, a plus 4, and right hand limit b plus 2, I got a equation here. Alright? So I got it. One condition I got. Let's go back to now differentiability. A left dash 1. Limit x tends to 0. f1 minus h minus of f1 by minus h. Because 1 is the point. 1 minus h I go there. Limit x tends to 0. 1 minus h whole square 3 into 1 minus h plus f of 1 again there only I substitute, but we already just before some time I calculated 4 plus a by minus h. Denominator is h, you cannot cancel it. Expand it. 1 plus h square minus 2h plus 3 minus 3h. A cancels out, minus 2 by minus h. 3 plus 1 4 minus 4 cancels out. Limit s tends to 0. H square minus 5h. Alright, h square minus 5h by minus h. H square minus 5h by minus h. Remove, cancel h from both numerator and denominator. Limit s tends to 0. Minus h plus 5. If s tends to 0, 5 is the answer. That means left hand derivative is equals to 5. I got left hand derivative is equals to 5. Fine. Let's go to right hand derivative. R it does now. Limit s tends to 0. f1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. 1 plus h here. Limit s tends to 0. b into 1 plus h plus 2 minus f of 1. f of 1 here. 4 plus f. It gives me limit s tends to 0. b minus a minus 2 plus bh by h. Nothing is getting cancelled out. Replace the value from here. b minus a is equals to 2. Replace b minus a by 2. Limit s tends to 0. 2 minus 2 plus bh by h. Because I got this condition, I can replace it here. That is your b. 2 cancels out 0, bh by h, b leaves it. So b is equals to 5. LF does 1, RF does 1. LF does 1, RF does 1. So b is equals to 5. b is equal to 5. b minus a is equals to 2. b minus a is equals to 2. So a is equals to 3. Fine. Solve some questions. 1 or 2 difficult questions will be there. Try to solve it, otherwise I will do it. Okay. So very soon we are going to start inverse trigo. Then we will enter to derivative. Fine. Thank you for today.